Hey everybody, I'm Josh.
And I'm Eitan.
Welcome back to the 14th episode of the Young and a Half podcast. We are two 14-year boys from New Jersey who discuss, debate, and share insights and everything from history to politics, sports, and events, and more. Follow us on Instagram at the Young and a Half. And by the way, we are also on other platforms, Twitter, Facebook, you name it.
Yeah.
See more of our podcast. Check us out on your favorite podcasting platform at the Young and a Half. You can also check out our YouTube channel to see our faces during our podcast. Also, if you'd like to help us grow by supporting us, head to anchor.fm/youngerhalf/support or click on the link in the description. Also, by the way, we recently have made a TikTok account, so you can you go follow us over there too. And let's get into it.
All right. You ready, Josh?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So tragically, over the past week, really a blow to the Democratic Party and really everyone fighting for women's rights and just around the world is the passing.
If you're a real human, even, honestly.
yeah. So tragically, Ruth Bader Ginsburg has passed away, and after she has fought like a lot of cancers, so sad that she has survived a lot though. She was 87, and what she did was really amazing, but now the focus has completely shifted to what I'm sure everyone has been hearing is who's going to fill the seat and when.
Right,
So
it's a big battle now, right, between like Democrats and Republicans as to when and stuff like that, right?
yeah, so I'm gonna explain, gonna break that down. So the seat on the on the Justice Department is
Supreme
a very
Court, yeah.
sorry, the Supreme Court. If the Republicans get a seat, it will be a 6-3 conservative lead. And in the Supreme Court, if that happens, then certain things that are known to be very liberal, such as abortion rights and all these etc., won't happen. Because there's a lot
6-3, really?
it would So
Wow. So this ends up being like important, which is why, yeah, right.
Right, and she was like a very very strong liberal, and so it's very controversial what's happening, and the reason it's very hypocritical is because Mitch McConnell, when I'm pretty sure someone retired during the last term of Obama, he said, we're not electing anyone while Obama's president. We're waiting 100+ days until someone else is elected. That's what he said.
Right. So a little background is because like now there's like a quote unquote like battle between the Democrats and Republican as to, wait till a new president is elected, or what the Republicans want is to do it now. I mean, it makes sense because they want to get their Republican in case Biden were to win. And the Democrats want the opposite. Is that if they want to, so let's say for Democrats' perspective, if Trump were to win, then they'd have now a Democrat in. So what do you think about it all?
Right.
You think they should wait? You think they should do it now? Like, what do you think?
To quote Mr. McConnell, we should wait until the election. I just think that the fact that they're rushing it now, it's crazy. But also, I don't know, I really think that, yeah, we should wait until the next election. And what was funny, what my dad said, he said that we were talking to one of our Republican family friends, and he said if Trump has been the best president, he made peace in the Middle East, he's done everything, he's been the best president in the history of presidents, then why are we rushing it? He's gonna win. If he's the best president, then let's just wait because he's gonna win. So I thought that was a little funny.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I just think that they definitely should wait until the election at least.
Why?
And also,
like, what's your support to that? Why just wait? Like I'm saying, from their standpoint, they have the power. Why not doing now? And I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say the same thing. So then why don't they do it with Obama's term, right? So I mean, because think about it. like what you're saying. What the Democrats would want, what the Democrats want, what Mitch McConnell wanted was for a Republican to get elected. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. I just feel like it's only fair. And the Democrats are really like throwing everything out there. Like, I don't know if you heard that Nancy Pelosi was thinking about like starting an impeachment trial to delay the Senate from holding any hearings, you know?
Yeah.
Just how
Well, yeah,
crazy that was.
yeah. Let's get to that in a moment. But I feel like I feel like
Which I
they
give my
should.
reason.
I
Give
feel
my
like
reason.
yeah, yeah. Go for it.
All right. No, I was just saying that also, it's such a it's a much longer process than you think. It's not just sworn in. Like, I
Yeah, I
don't
know
know
it needs to get
exactly.
approved. It needs
Yeah,
to
yeah,
he needs
it
to get
needs to go the whole
nominated.
10 yards. So
Hmm.
it also, and it's like 40 days till the election. So they also think that it might not happen, and then like, let's say Joe Biden wins, Joe Biden will be president before she's a fit, or well, we'll get into who is officially, sworn in. So they said like there's a bunch of like politics behind that, and
I mean, I feel like though from a Republic like from what they're like from their perspective, it makes perfect sense. You know, they want to do it while they have the power. That's why and same thing if I like even if the Democrats are doing it, I would understand it. You know, because they're trying to get it in while they still have the power. That makes sense to me.
right. No, I think you are right that they should rush it. Like, it makes sense from them. I just think that like the whole thing is that it just, it's not like right, but because they
Why
have the
though?
power, that
So
doesn't
then,
matter.
isn't it the same thing? Then he also can't sign a bill because they're not sure because the Democrats don't agree with it, so they should wait.
No, it's too close to the election, and they're rushing the
So
process.
same thing. He shouldn't be allowed to pass a bill.
A bill goes much faster than electing someone who will decide a lot more than one bill.
One bill why can't one bill have a big outcome? It can. So I'm saying then he also shouldn't be allowed to pass
But
a
they
bill
sir,
because then
you have to know that.
on that thinking it's too close to the election. It's not fair if the Democrats disagree with it.
Right, no, but you have to think that the like this person's gonna serve life, they're gonna be on it until they retire when they choose. So it's not like something small that we're just getting a new judge.
Yeah, I get that, but I'm saying logically. I'm saying if you were to apply the same thinking, you're saying if it's too close to the election, then you also shouldn't be allowed to make an impact because it's the same thing. Now, yes, they are two different levels, but they are both making an impact, and he is doing his job, whether you agree with it or not.
Right, but the thing is, the most important argument that they're making is that let the people decide. Is that the people are gonna go? It's not what Mitch McConnell or what Trump wants. It's what the American people
Yes,
want.
it
They're
is.
gonna
It's
go
his
out
decision. They
on.
don't. The American people do not have a say in the judicial system.
They have a say in the president. That's what I'm
Correct, but
saying. They should,
Correct,
and
but
they.
it's within the president and the Senate's power to appoint a judge. Meaning, so it's not up to the president if the president and the Senate decide. It's up to the people who run the government.
Well, let's think how backwards that is, because what the person is doing is for the people. All these things that they're deciding are real cases and real things that are really affecting how everything's gonna play out.
I understand your point.
I'm saying you're saying that like it's only the Senate, but if we wait the 40 days and have a full process when there's a new president or when there's the same president, I think it's only fair to have the Americans decide who's president.
I disagree because who's judge?
What?
You're saying who's judge?
No, well, who's judge is depending on who's the president.
I know, but I'm saying let's say this were to happen 8 months ago. It wouldn't matter. You wouldn't say wait till the election because it's in the end of the day, it is not the Americans people's say in who is picked in as the Supreme Court justice. It is the president and the Senate's. So I'm saying in the end of the day, it doesn't matter because they have nothing to do with it. We have nothing to do with it.
Right, no, but the whole thing that they're saying is that it's too close to election, and that the that like when they said that Obama couldn't appoint a new judge, it was like 100+ days, and now it's like 40 days, and they're already want to start
Yeah,
trials.
I get that. I'm saying, and I understand that. Like I understand your argument because you're saying so like you're contradicting yourself. You know what I'm saying? But let's say we forget that for a second, right? And think about it like logically in like the end of the day. At the end of the day, the American people do not have a say in who is a justice in America. So so uh
Well, I think like if you, I know you're not gonna like this, but like if you really look at like the background, we choose who's in the Senate. We choose all this. Like people think that certain senators who are voting now, their seat won't be held. Like during election day, we choose like a lot of senators are not gonna be there. So I just think the whole system changed on election night. That it's too. I don't even know the word. It's too close to election day that the people are saying that Mitch McConnell might not even have a seat. He might get voted out.
yeah, I know, but so then understand where Republicans are coming from is then they're like, exactly, you just proved their point. They're like, all right, so we got to get on this. You
Yeah,
know? Why
but
isn't that fair? It's the same exact thing. I've been saying this the entire discussion is then he shouldn't be if he can't have an impact on a justice, then he shouldn't be allowed to sign a bill, or he shouldn't be allowed to have an impact in other ways. He shouldn't be allowed to make a peace agreement because he's having an impact. You're making it incapable for them to do their jobs.
and it's not even that. It's that it's gonna still be going on while election is happening. So there's no even point to rush it because it's gonna take months. It's not quick.
No, because the Republicans want for them to have their seat guaranteed.
I know that's why there's like no point arguing about this because it seems that I think this week they're gonna go into like trials. Did you hear that Trump nominated like 3 or 4 conservative women that he has like his top picks?
Oh yeah.
That was interesting.
What was the deal about like what charges would Pelosi try and impeach?
I don't know how serious she was, but she might have been putting across the message we're gonna delay them. Like we're not gonna let them do that.
Yeah, that doesn't
But
make sense.
yeah, I
Why?
don't know what she would like put him on trial for.
Yeah, like
I'm sure they can find something though.
yeah, but I'm saying, you know, like I don't know, like by the way, this is according to Google, I'm quoting. According to the Congressional Research Service, the average number of days from nomination to final Senate vote since 1975 is 67 days or 2.2 months, while the median is 71 days, meaning it's not that long. So even if they were to do it within a few until even November, or November is cutting it close, but it takes, let's say, 2.5 months at most. So
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
I just realized, yeah, election day is close. I know it's off topic.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I mean, it's
I don't know
important.
what's gonna happen though, because I really think that it doesn't matter. Because as you said, the Republicans are moving full for full force forward.
Yeah, but I'm saying yeah, I hear you. It still is interesting to discuss. We just had a
Yeah,
long
yeah,
discussion
no.
about it.
I think it was good.
Um, hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, so on to the next topic. This is an interesting one right here. Justice Department um is like considering charging officials of certain cities. So I'll explain what I mean. So the DOJ, or the Department of Justice, recently identified New York City, Portland, and Seattle as cities that are, I quote, local governments that are promoting anarchy, violence, and destruction in American cities, end of quote.
Wow.
So the government is, from like what we understood, it was a little confusing, the article, might cut some funding to these cities. So what is like your first reaction to that, Eitan?
That's pretty shocking. So they're blaming the, just to like get this straight and show why it's a little nuts, they're blaming the local governments such as the mayors for how these radicals, burn down buildings. I don't think that really has to do with local government. If
Right.
anything, the police try to stop them, which is part of the local government. So I don't know what they were coming from or at.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting
It's
because
like charge the people.
right, whoa, because for me it's like good. They're taking action. They're not gonna let this violence and unrest happen in their country. I like that. You
But I
know,
don't.
yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, but the action, like charging or
Yeah.
cut.
So yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's like I like it. I like they're not gonna take it from them. They're not gonna take like this violence, this unrest
But it's not their fault.
against the government, against everything like that. So but on the other hand, like Eitan is bringing up very passionately, is that um is that what was I saying?
What were you saying, John? No, I was saying that.
Oh, right. Yeah, I just remembered that. Like on the other hand, though, sorry, this is an interesting episode so far.
Lots of stuff.
Is that like? But on the other hand, like Eitan is saying, like what can they do? They had the officers there. They had them tear gassing. They had them doing stuff like that. So on the other hand, like what? Like it is like, what I'm saying? I like it. I like it, but like I like that they're trying to take action, but still, the other hand, like on what charges, what are you basing off this? What do you think about Eitan?
Yeah, so I think exactly what you just said. I don't know why, and what I said before, I don't know why they're going at local governments, because it's not, they clearly weren't stoppable. Even the DOJ officers who showed up, we had a whole conversation about that a couple weeks ago, about how they were like, whatever, not badged and stuff.
Right.
So the whole thing is that, like,
Which is
even
okay.
they couldn't. Even
not to bring up past discussions and disagreements.
no, that was too. No, but they couldn't even stop them. Even with them there, and they did. It just got worse. There was just even more fighting. So
well, I feel like that's a whole nother thing for me. Like,
but I'm saying
I don't like that. I don't like that. Sorry, but like, I don't like that when they came, all of a sudden violence broke out.
no, but I'm saying that
yeah.
they're charging local government for stuff that these people are doing, and they're not even. They could be from surrounding towns also. I don't get what charging local government is gonna do to their cupcake factory that was burnt down.
I mean, they're right. So it's more like symbolic. They're showing we're not going to take this, and they've identified them as allowing anarchy and violence. Meaning, so they've identified them something that we don't see. They've identified them that they are allowing this violence, or they have at least promoted it in some way, shape, or form. That they are allowing this to happen. You understand? You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it's preventable.
I mean,
that's the only reason I brought the officers up, is because if the government isn't able to prevent it, why didn't they when they were there? They were in all these cities. If it was so easy and for them to say stop, and then everyone stops.
well, so that's the problem. I think it could be easier if they allowed the police to have more way room. I don't know if that's the right word, but more I don't know what the word is, but more room to maneuver. If they weren't so hated on, and last 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, by the time this comes out, what happened in LA and like stuff like that, like it makes it very difficult for them to do their job properly when they're hated on, and if they,
I hear that, but I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. It's not. I still don't think it's a local government. I don't think that the mayor can go out there in the middle of a bunch of people that are with whatever fire and everything that they have and say, "Okay, everyone go home," and then they'll all go home.
No, yeah, I
Just
hear that.
just like they're really at a point where the only thing they can do, which they did do, is implement a lockdown and say you can't go out of your house 7:30. That didn't do anything.
Yeah,
But,
because people were
I just
leaving the
feel
house
like
anyway.
they tried as much as they could. Like, I don't know what I would hope if the Department of Justice said you could have done X or you could have done Y, or even during the times when this violence was going on, the Department of Justice could have called these local governments
Well,
that they are now
I mean, they
charging and
tried.
told them what to
You don't
do.
remember? You remember?
Yeah, that's
they
also my
they were
point.
they were in a battle for a while. The Portland mayor was like, they were just him and Trump, him and the DOJ, him and the federal officers. They were in a struggle about whether or not to send them in.
Yeah, and even when they did go in, it was still violent. That's what I'm
Well,
saying,
I
that
mean,
even the
and then though,
DOJ officers couldn't do it.
yeah, but I mean,
So
then
how could local governments do
you
it?
also would have said then if they didn't send them in, then you should be charging the DOJ because they didn't do their job, because you know what I'm saying. So it's an endless
Exactly.
loophole. It's an endless
Yeah,
loophole because at least for me, they did what they could. And why do you think that
but
it
you
was
could
difficult
say
for them to
that
do their job? Why do you think it was difficult for them to do their job?
because of these anarchists and whatever who believe that you should
That's
defund the
one
police
thing.
and
And
whatever.
also, when you're in a place where you're hated, first of all. Second of all, when you're also in a place where there's so much politics around it, and a struggle between the president and another government official. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know I don't really know what I'm trying to say, but
I was gonna ask, like, what are you trying to say to that? I don't know. I just think that if the if the local governments had something to do, it could have done something like when they were there. I feel like the DOJ could have done it, even though they were arguing whatever.
so you're saying that, let's say the DOJ were to at least stop some percentage of these
Not
these
even
violent protests, then you would understand the charges. Like, in what case would it be okay for them to charge?
right, no, but the thing I was wondering is that why are they charging them? Because they didn't stop it? And then if that is the case, then how could have they stopped it? It just keeps going back to those original questions where if
Yeah,
they're
I get what you're
charging
saying.
them because they didn't stop the violence, and then like,
But you
hey,
were there.
DOJ,
Yeah.
you were there, why,
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
why didn't you stop it, or how could have we done that?
Right. Yeah.
And if they
Those
said
are.
you could have done this, and like, no, we couldn't have because of that. I
Yeah.
just feel
That
like it
that's
could have
a.
went.
Yeah. Those are good
Sorry.
points. I didn't think about that. Is Yeah. I think those are some valid points that you raised.
Thank you. So yeah, I don't know. On to some, later news. Right?
Yes. On to
Yes.
some news that excites Aton.
And I love
Not
college
not not
football.
that big of Big Ten, but I'm more. I mean, I don't. You know more about it. I don't even know what that means. Like the Big Ten, to be honest with you.
The Big Ten. Huh. So I'll just say what's going on.
Yeah, so that everybody actually knows what we've been talking about for the past 20 seconds.
The Big Ten, who has which they have originally said we are not going to play football in the age of
right,
the coronavirus.
which is what we discussed in a previous episode. Should college
Check that
sports be
out.
played?
So they actually this week, on a shocking announcement, last week they decided to start August 24th, and the
October.
schedules were October. October 24th, and this is pretty much like a huge turnaround. So because originally they put their foot down, they're like, we're not playing, and the players are like, come on,
Yeah,
like, this is our years.
do you know what drive them to allow them to play?
I actually don't, because I was trying to look like for some articles and stuff, but it seems that they really they realized that like it could be done, you know? It could have been having to like look at other sports, talk with more medical officials who have said X and Y, you know? So a lot
Yeah.
of things could have happened behind the scenes. And when they did announce that they're not going to play, that might have been like, we're just gonna say that for now, but it could change. We didn't think it was gonna
Yeah, I
change,
mean, none
but
of us, we don't really know, is what he's trying to say. The simple
right.
version.
So wait, back to your question in the beginning. The Big Ten. So I think it's like a more like bigger version, but like it's kind of like that like the NL East or whatever, you know, the AL West. Like it's like a division
Um,
in the entire thing. So there's
right. So
I don't know all
the
the
SEC is like the whole thing, right? Am I
I'm
making
pretty
that up?
sure, yeah. I'm pretty sure. But the one of the like groups in all of like college football is the Big Ten, and there's I don't know off the top of my head, but like there's a bunch of them. So but
Uh,
this has like a lot more teams though.
so the Big Ten is like the Big Ten.
The Big Ten, like Big Ten
Oh, so is
10
that
teams.
like
I'm pretty sure. I don't know.
it's
That's Michigan.
yeah? Do you know who's in it?
So I know for sure. Michigan's in it. Like I'm gonna check right now who's in it, but I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure it's like 10
we got
teams.
Michigan,
Yeah,
Northwestern
Ohio,
University, Wisconsin. Not that many. Penn State, that's they're good. Ohio
Purdue,
State.
Nebraska.
I mean, not like that many big, big schools, honestly.
Yeah, but like Michigan's a pretty big school. Ohio.
And like I meant football wise. I mean, Michigan, Penn State, and Ohio State are like, you know,
Yeah, that's
you have
true.
two big guns, and you got Penn State, who's like better, but I wouldn't say.
Yeah,
I think there's 14 teams in the Big Ten.
right. So there's like the Big 12, the Conference USA, the Atlantic Coast. These are a bunch of like different things that have like the Atlantic Coast, like all
Is it the Pac-12 basketball or is it
what the Big 12?
yeah, Pac-12? I think that's
Yeah, Pac-12. And there's Southwest, Eastern, Sun Belt.
right.
There's a
So
bunch of different
there's
things.
basically just a bunch.
Yeah, and in these things are little subcategories. So in the Pac-12, there's a Pac-12 South and a Pac-12 North,
Oh,
which is
okay.
interesting. So like, and then like it turns out to be a big like like bracket, and
Oh yeah, like
it goes in and
I
goes
think
down.
that is the SEC. Like that's normally what I like watch towards the end.
Is NCSA, right?
NCAA what?
NCS, NCAA.
Oh, I think I don't know, man.
Gotta get on these college sports here, bro.
I follow like once like I learn like the bigger player like the first. It actually depends. I'll be honest.
I
Like
love football though. I'm happy it's back, even though Lions suck.
yeah, yeah. The Saints game I think is going on right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're winning 17-14, I think.
Did the Jets lose last Sunday?
Yeah, of course. I saw this meme. I think my friend actually made it. It was
Uh,
like so the Jets played the 49ers recently and the 49ers lost like their top like four players like beat
oh
like to
yeah,
just to beat the Jets. And like so it
yeah,
was this meme where like it was like I think it was like somebody talking to Thanos, the guy from like Avengers, like,
yeah,
do you see this?
yeah. I saw it. It was like, did you eat the Jets? Yeah. What
Yeah.
did it take? Everything.
Yeah, it
And
was.
like,
I mean, it was pretty accurate. Not gonna lie, because I mean,
yeah.
it did. Like Garoppolo, Bosa. Breaking news today: Bosa is out for the year. I mean, so many injuries.
What happened to Garoppolo? Was he injured?
Garoppolo hurt his ankle, but there were rumors that he'd be okay for Sunday. It's gonna probably be a closer,
He's the QB, right?
yeah, quarterback.
Does that
I
mean
mean,
the Jets got a sack? Does that mean?
so many injuries were going on. I mean, like,
Yeah, the whole league. Like Saquon is out for the season, right?
yeah, Saquon's out for the
On
year.
the Jets,
Bosa's out
on
for
the
the
Giants.
year. Who else is there?
I'm sure there's a bunch.
McCaffrey, I think, is out for a few weeks. Michael Thomas, one of the best receivers in the
We
league's
also
out for
talked
a
about him.
while. Yeah, he's great. He's out for a while. I mean, the list goes on.
Yeah, all these fantasy football teams have like these
You
top
know,
players.
it's funny that you
Good.
say that because um
Do you have
somebody in
any
my
injuries?
family says like he doesn't do fantasy football. because for the reason we're saying, like, Saquon was like the number 2 pick, and now after 1 week is out for the year.
Yeah, but
Because he says like
that's everything. Like it's
not really,
unpredictable.
not as much as football, because football, first of all,
Yeah,
is like
football
very
is the
limited
most
games, and it's like a violent sport.
Yeah, that's true. But still, like I don't know, was your team affected?
My team was not I had Garoppolo as a backup quarterback, so I'm fine.
All right, that's good.
I had James White, so
Oh
his
yeah,
yeah, I think something happened to his family,
his
unfortunately.
father passed away.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I don't know how long it's out for, but it's a couple of like games.
Yeah, I think it might have been just this past.
Right.
Yeah, Kamara tonight he's basically decided my game for me. I think I'm down by like 10 or something like that. I don't know how he's doing.
Did you see the Falcons last week?
Oh wow, that was
Oh my god.
it was a very classy situation going on.
How could they not get that punt?
Yeah, the onside kick, man. I mean, so I like seeing them recover it, because it's so rare that like
Yeah, it's so exciting.
I think it's like
Jolt of
unreal
excitement.
number that's recovered. I think it's like I don't even know.
Yeah.
So on to the next thing after rambling about football for a few minutes. TikTok. So we just made an
TikTok.
account. Checks out the younger half. So Trump was saying how it was gonna be banned by Sunday. Like he was gonna follow through, and by Sunday new downloads would not be able to be downloaded.
This got my siblings very scared.
Yeah. I don't think I told you this. I downloaded the app.
So did I. I was scared. I was like, just in case, like my friends are really using this, like I might need it.
Yeah,
I was
I've
actually
gone
scared.
over.
Yeah, who
I've
do you
gone over.
follow, Josh?
No free advertisements, Eitan.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so Oracle is taking over U.S. operations, which originally was denied, like from the Trump administration. So they're taking over U.S. operations, which is okay because now the Chinese is supposedly cannot access our data because a U.S. company is taking over U.S. operations, and they also own like 12. This is between I think 12% of TikTok, and actually this is interesting. Walmart, they own 7% of TikTok now.
Oh wow, that's interesting because I thought they went in. Sorry about that. That's funny.
You're
But no,
good.
no, I thought that they were going in the bid together with Microsoft, and then Microsoft was like denied, but I guess Walmart was separate. So that's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty funny that like a retail store kind of is
Yeah, I
owns
know.
like
Now owns the
is
like
now
most
it like
popular.
owns 7% of like literally the most used app.
Can you talk about like I think you mentioned the 5 billion that Trump wants. What was he
Oh
talking
yeah,
about?
I don't think I mentioned this. So this is really weird. Trump is making some like I don't really know, like some organization to help like education, something like that. Don't get caught up in the details. But I don't know why. I think he wanted like $5 billion from these companies.
5 billion? That's a lot.
Yeah, like I think as like a return or something like that. I mean, like what? It makes no sense. Like
I
just
wonder if sorry, but like I wonder if Oracle and like and Walmart if they're all gonna be part of that. Like if that's like a real thing. Like I don't know the exact details. I wonder if they're all gonna like split it because they all own like part
yeah,
of
I
it
mean,
now.
there's no way that's happening. Like you can't executive order them to pay him. Like that's not work.
Maybe.
Like not gonna happen, President.
But they did reach a deal. That was exciting.
Yeah, I mean
That
it's huge
it's in
news
the
'cause
App Store now,
yeah
right? Still
this
here.
the saga is over, man.
The
Crazy.
saga is over.
After so many so much buildup. I saw this thing actually on TikTok. It was like the amount of times that like people have been crying now. It's like, guys, this is like my 7th time crying because TikTok's getting banned.
It's like, oh my god, what's gonna happen?
Yeah, it's pretty funny actually. I was laughing.
No, people are really like emotionally attached to the app. People and like also people make money off it. People were scared,
Yeah, and
but
also
that's
don't forget
exciting.
about the employees there.
Right. 100 or whatever
Who knows? I
employees.
mean, a lot of employees there, so
And the
that's.
Chinese government, they still have a job. Joking. Don't worry.
What do you know? Do you know what other countries it's banned in? I'm pretty sure it's banned in India, but
India,
that's all I know.
yeah. I don't know what else.
Yeah,
I
I think.
wonder. Sorry,
Yeah,
but I wonder if India is gonna like unban it, if like Oracle has like a part in like the Indian part, like
I think
I
no.
don't know,
Oracle just
it's
took
just
over
the U.S.
U.S. Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
I wonder if they're gonna expand to the worldwide operation.
I mean, that'd be
I don't
interesting.
think TikTok's gonna give up that much,
ByteDance.
because ByteDance, sorry,
Yeah.
but I think I wonder was the U.S. the only one giving them problems? Because I know India just banned it, like they didn't even
I'm not sure.
like
That's a
have
good
like a whole
question.
thing.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, but I've been saying this. I said this. I think last episode or a few episodes ago is that I think it's very very risky to invest in TikTok.
Because it's like a new thing. Well, like it's not something that like it's guaranteed to last. You're saying?
I mean, yeah, that and also like take Walmart. They're a store, so now you're changing everything that you stand for. That could only last 5 years, let's say maximum, and you can't guarantee that this trend will last. You cannot guarantee. You know, there's no way that somebody can guarantee me that TikTok will be around for who knows. You can't guarantee that. So to invest that much money, I mean, I just know in to change everything about your company, like, just is it worth it?
I know what you're saying, but still, like things like Instagram, like not sponsored by Instagram. The
What's up,
um
Instagram?
like hit us up, yeah, in the DMs. But no,
Can you imagine that?
this episode is
Hello,
brought to you by
hello,
Instagram.
hello, Ethan and Josh.
But no, now I don't know what I was gonna
No,
say,
so I
Josh. But
asked. So I asked. Is it worth it? Do you believe that it's worth it for a company to invest in TikTok?
oh yeah, so I think that like things like Instagram and Snapchat, they're like, I don't know. I just feel like everyone, like when they get a new phone or like they're gonna download Instagram and Snapchat, I think it's gonna be like one of those things. Like I
Yeah.
don't
So I'm
think
saying though,
Instagram's going away either.
I agree because that is a few things. It's owned by Facebook, who has built a name and is already like that is not going away because there are multiple proofs that could happen.
Well,
This is a that came out of nowhere that you know what I'm saying. There's many problems with it, and to change everything of what your company stands for, I just think it's very very risky.
yeah, I don't think that like Walmart's really like changing everything. It's kind of like a stock. Like they do that a lot. I'm pretty sure. Just this one made the news that they get parts of certain things that they
Yeah,
think
but
makes
even
will make
so,
them money. I know, I know.
it's just risky. Is all I'm trying to say.
I hear you. I hear you. All right, on to the last topic. Last one, guys. Pulling through. Ellen. Yes, I'm sure you've heard her name in the
Yeah.
news recently. It's past month or so. So yeah, last week was a big week for the Ellen Show. I do not know what season it is. Like 12, I'm pretty sure. Don't quote
Who
me on
knows?
this. Yeah, so Ellen returned on air this week, and with her opening monologue in her first episode, which addressed,
Did you watch that?
yeah, it was like number like 4 on trending, and I just like was like, oh, this is gonna be interesting.
Break down the monologue for us if you can.
Gladly, Josh, and everyone. So basically, she started off by obviously like welcoming everyone back, and she pretty much said that she like apologized for like everything, and she said that one of the most interesting things that she said is that I'm known as the be kind person, and after every show she says like be kind, and she said it's very hard to do that, and like when she said like I am human, like I do get angry at people, I am impatient, like, and she's like joking around, she's like, speaking of impatient, like when are you getting over this? But like she was just really like, I'm human, like I made mistakes, like I apologize to everyone I've hurt, and it's like I'm coming from like a difficult position where I have to be like, I don't know if that really like
Well, yeah, I mean
some of the accusations
the
are
proof is that
I'm sorry, it
that
doesn't cut it.
she took out, I think, the 3 top producers.
Yeah, because she said this is a new start of my show, you know, still
Yeah,
my name, but it's a
yeah.
new start. So I think
I feel
she's,
bad.
I do also.
I have mercy for her, you know? You know, imagine like
Some,
you're like you're like the inspiration to people. You're the people look up to. You quoting her on be nice on this and you know, and then all these stuff that are not really that are not confirmed and are your people and are not your and is not you
right.
is it's probably a very difficult thing to deal with.
Yeah, another thing that she said, which I thought was really funny, she's like, I did act like as, you know, she's gay, but lesbian, but she said that like I did act as a straight person on a movie, but I'm not that good at acting that I can go 12 years and or 12 seasons with like faking to be nice, you know.
Right.
That's what I thought was interesting. She's like, I'm
Well, I
not
mean,
that good of an actor, actress.
so she's saying that she's faking being nice. That's
No,
she
she's saying
said
like
that.
I couldn't fake to be nice, even if, like for everyone that's saying I'm not like the person who I am on air. Like I don't have that ability, like to
So she's
like
like she's squashing the rumors.
yeah. And that's what
Interesting.
I thought was interesting. She wasn't just like, "Hi everyone, let's not talk about anything
Right,
that
right,
happened." Like she said like I'm not hiding anything. I'll tell. She was like honest and
right,
well,
right.
I don't know if she's honest like that's, but
Yeah,
like you know
that's a
she
stretch.
addressed yeah she addressed everything.
Yeah, I think it's a very it's like a mature like you know a lot of people just brush it off or go back to normal and fire the producers and boom done, you know. But
Yeah,
I
but
think it's a very good important thing lesson right there of like ownership, you know.
yeah, I also think that it's important because she really, as you said, she has this fan base that if she didn't apologize it would ruin her everything, you know, to show
Yeah.
that like you can be a bigger person in situations, you know.
Right, right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I thought like I didn't actually watch it, but I heard about it from you and from everyone else. I thought it was pretty solid.
Yeah, it was good.
So that is the end, everybody. Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode. Bit of a sloppy one this one, but follow us on Instagram out there and check us out on your favorite podcasting platform. Subscribe to us on our YouTube channel, and if you want to help us grow, consider supporting us on anchor.fm/support by committing to a monthly donation, or press the link in the description. For questions or comments, email us at thingerhalf@gmail.com. We're also on other platforms, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook. Hit us up over there at thingerhalf. Have a great week, everyone.
Stay
Stay
safe.
safe.